you think, oh, I'm getting $50 cost per lead. We're right on target. Well, that's cost per lead. Your cost per cost per new patient, cost per true acquisition might be $500, $1,000, $1,500. You've already put $1,000, $10,000, $30,000 into the technology. This becomes weight on a practice, which is why I always jokingly say, the closet of seminars past. People buy technology and then it ends up in the closet behind the front desk because they're unable to sell it. It's not that the tech isn't great. Quite often the chiropractor's buying it because they're like, this looks awesome. I think it can help my patients, but they're not able to get the business of it together. And in my opinion, the patient list is the first place, zero acquisition cost. All of these people already know, like, and trust you. And you can literally, as we like to say, Journey to Better Health is the weekly email that we send on behalf of hundreds of doctors to literally hundreds of thousands of patients. It's literally guiding them on a journey to better health. And if you added something on, that's awesome. In the online marketing space, commerce space, we'd say, that's an upsell opportunity, right? But really what that means is you've allowed them to pay you more through a higher level of service. And 99.9% of chiropractors added it on for exactly those two reasons. To have a higher level of service. Wow, this helps me take care of people better, faster, or people I'm not taking care of before. And in theory, most people are adding on because they think it can generate revenue. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be $1 million business idea out of the box, but it also means chances are you added it on with the expectation you can at least have some profitability due to it. And it's a super struggle for so many docs out there when they add on these high revenue programs and niches.
It's an interesting motivation for doctors to dabble into different technologies. And as a chiropractor, and I've thought through these processes myself. And for some people, in some cases, it can actually be very demoralizing energetically. And here's what I mean. Generally speaking, somebody's going to get a new technology, fill in the blank, a laser, a decompression table, a shockwave, right? A new technology. For typically one of two primary reasons. You go, oh, it's all of those things. Yeah, but there's a master. There's one that's really most important. They're either doing it because they really believe this is a good technology that can help my people, or they're frustrated and they've been marketing their chiropractic adjustments for a long time. They have struggled to make that business case work because the metrics you described, the math, is hard to make work sustainably over time. People have good months, good quarters, maybe even good years, but it's not sustainable, okay? So for those docs who are looking to these technologies as a savior, a business savior, I can't seem to figure out how to buy enough paid advertising to generate enough revenue with the thing I love to do the most with my hands. And I've been trying long enough that there's enough people saying this stuff makes pain go away and people will pay for it because it's not chiropractic and you don't have to sell them on chiropractic. There's a whole mindset that is somewhat energetically demoralizing if you really analyze the motivation behind it. Now, as I said, I'm not making that blanket indictment for everybody. I'm saying some people go into it with that motivation. Other people go, this is awesome. I see it work and I want to see people get results. And if it's with my hands or with the machine, it doesn't matter. I want to help people. Awesome. That's the way it should be. But here's the point. If you're doing it for that reason, then to your point exactly, your past patient email list, the longer you've been in practice, the more names you have, the more people you can help with this new technology you think is fantastic. And that would be the inspiring, positively motivated place to introduce that technology because it's good for people. You know it. If you're doing it as a business savior, I've been trying to sell chiropractic this entire time. I can't seem to figure it out and crack the code in any sustainable way. It's just too frustrating. Mercy, uncle, fine. Let me basically give up in some way and see if people will spend $2,000 for 20 sessions on my table and I don't have to sell chiropractic. That sounds like not right for chiropractors energetically. So I caution docs to use technology as a business savior. And typically, if you're doing it as a business savior, if you're looking for new business because of it. If you love the technology because you know it's great, and I'm not saying it's not, in many cases it is, then the most obvious place to do that is not to do it to save your business. It's to go, this is awesome. And all 1,000, 5,000 of you that have known me once in the past that came to me for something, I want to let all of you know about my new cold laser. I want to let you know about my shockwave, about my new spinal decompression. And if you or anyone you know have these issues that can be helped with this technology, here's the place to go. Zero customer acquisition cost, high likelihood of conversion. That to me is a very different experience than I bought a shockwave. Maybe that will get me over the hump to profitability because I can't seem to figure it out on my own. I think that energy matters. And I think people live with sort of a silent dread of giving up, of frustration, of I did all of that so I can sell some machine. I went through I became a great adjuster. I learned philosophy. I passed my boards so I can lay people on a table. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying check in with yourself about what your motivation is for why you're doing it. If you think it's great for people because it is, and it is, great. If you're doing it to try to save your business, to try to get more new strangers in because you can't sell your service, maybe that'll sell itself. That may not be the most winning proposition. If you want to make your practice easier, more profitable, more fun, and experience more freedom, then check out Patient Pilot's weekly reactivation emails to pilot more of your past patients back into your practice. Check them out at thesmartchiropractor.com.